So there's no doubt or any question that we're all aware that in a very personal way, and in fact all of existence has gone through a transition. And whether it was marked by a rite of passage or not is totally irrelevant, because change has been wrought. It brings with it the possibility that we can now enter what, according to the latest stories, have referred to as the cave, which is nothing more than a name for the void, the abyss, the emptiness, the unknown, that our mind has resisted for so long because it feared obliteration and annihilation. But when we enter that cave and our senses and our mind have adjusted to what before appeared to be darkness, as the stories have said, we find there a volume that contains wisdom, knowledge, and mysteries that have not even been revealed by the greatest of pundits or ancients or religious texts. And there's a story that introduces us to these mysteries. Let's see what happens when we introduce us into this space, this vastness, this place where the mind has previously not been able to go. It's the story of a great rabbi called Rabbi Pinhas. Now he was a very saintly man, greatly purified and greatly revered in all dimensions of existence. But he knew that it was a time of transition, or more specifically, that death was nigh. So he was not at all surprised when he felt the presence of the angel of death. But surprisingly, the angel of death did not come in the form of what we know as the grim reaper. It came in the form of another Hasid, and this Hasid presented to Rabbi Pinhas a petition. And this was because this angel had been directed to give Rabbi Pinhas the choice of what would happen to him after this transition. So Rabbi Pinhas read the petition, which gave him the options of heaven or hell. So after reading the petition, he replied in kind, and he said, "I am willing to go wherever you take me, but if I have a choice, I will go to hell, where I will remain until all those who are suffering have been brought beyond suffering." Now this put the angel of death in a very great dilemma, because he had been told that he had to fulfill Rabbi Pinhas's wishes. So he didn't know what to do. How could he take such an elevated soul to the fires of hell. So the angel of death returned to the heavenly realms to seek advice. And when he received that advice, he descended again into the presence of Rabbi Pinhas and presented to him another petition. But when Rabbi Pinhas looked at this petition, he saw at its bottom, in emblazoned letters of fire, the very most sacred name of God. And so he knew that he had a choice, and it was told to him that this name could be pronounced in two ways. If it was pronounced in one way, Rabbi Pinhas would go directly to heaven. And if he pronounced the name in the second way, he could descend into hell and remain there as long as he would. But when he looked at this name and he examined it from all aspects of his mind, in the end, when it came to pronouncing that name, he could only do so according to what arose in that moment. And in that moment, Rabbi Pinhas found himself in heaven. And when he asked, why am I here? The answer that was given to him was, when you pronounced the sacred name of God, it was enacted that all the souls in hell were freed from their suffering according to the laws that have been brought forth by your word and pronouncing the sacred name of God. This story introduces us into this place and that which is there for us according to the story, the volume, by whatever name we might call it, bringing with it the knowledge, the wisdom of the mysteries and the power of the most great name. The cave, the abyss, the void, the emptiness, the unknown that our mind has previously abhorred, run away from. Now we find ourselves not only at the mouth of that cave where we've been before, but now entered into what previously we feared. desirelessness, absence of illusion.